Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News, and welcome to another watch along. And today we're watching the Levante versus Barcelona match, the second fixture of La Liga season, the 2025-2026 La Liga season. And whoo, I gotta say, I'm very, very excited. It's a Barcelona match, so of course, why wouldn't I be excited? Of course, we did win our first match 0-3 against Mallorca, and hopefully today we'll have another victory. By the way, lots of changes in Barcelona's lineup. Of course, Juan Garcia in goal, that's expected, but Eric Garcia once again starting ahead of Jules Koundé. That's starting to look interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think it's maybe physical thing? Do you think maybe Kunde is not 100% physically? Or do you think it's Eric Garcia starting to, get ahead of Jules Kunde in the pecking order? Let me know. Also, in the midfield, we have Casado and Pedri. Casado starting ahead of Frankie de Jong because with Frankie de Jong, it was most likely because he missed what's called he missed a couple of training sessions because of his wife gave birth. But the surprising thing is that Frankie was not even included in the squad list. I mean, one thing is to not start him because he did miss 2 training sessions. And when you miss training sessions, of course, you're not going to be as prepared as your teammates to play because training sessions, before a team, they prepare you physically speaking to face that specific team. They also prepare you tactically speaking. You watch tape, you go to the classroom, you discuss tactics, then you go on the training field, you practice the tactics that you just went over with your coach. So, those days before a match, you have to prepare physically and tactically for the upcoming match. And if you miss training sessions, you're not going to be as prepared. So I'm not surprised that Frankie's not starting, but I was surprised that he wasn't included in the squad list at all. So, of course, we're going to have to find out why that was. If it was because he missed training sessions or there's something else, we'll have to wait and see. But Casado starting ahead of Frankie. Olmo today starting ahead of Fermin Lopez, who started last time. And we have Marcus Rashford on the left, starting ahead of wait, is he starting ahead of Rafinha? I think I saw Rashford on the left. And then as our center forward, Ferran Torres. So lots of changes in the lineup. Very excited to see how this is going to work out, especially with Rashford starting on the left wing, especially with Casado starting ahead of Frankie de Jong. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have kickoff. Levante versus Barcelona. Barcelona wearing, of course, the green kit, the third kit from last season. Why? Because when they uploaded all their 3 kits to the kit selector, which is an app that La Liga uses, the kit selector said that all the kits that Barcelona have this season, they all clash with Levante's colors. So that's why they're using the third kit from last season. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got kickoff. Let's go. I want to hear you guys what's called forecasts, predictions. Let me know in the chat section. How much do you think the scoreline will be? Is it going to be a big scoreline, small scoreline? Is it going to be a draw, victory, loss? Let me know. I want to hear you guys' prediction. I think Barcelona got this game in the pocket, but of course we'll have to wait to see. But yeah, I don't see Rafinha. I don't see. Oh no, wait, Coutinho is on the field. Are we doing the line of? Oh, I see who I don't see. I don't see Olmo. I guess the lineup that I had seen before, it said Olmo. So Rafinha is playing in the attacking midfield position. Okay, let's go. I want to see that too. So Rashford on the left, Lamine on the right, Rafinha as an attacking mid, and Ferran as a number 9. Here we go. We have a Levante counter attack. Expect to see a lot of that, by the way. That's just how Levante play. They're gonna, defend, and then try to catch Barcelona with their lines up top. Okay, I see why the kit selector would say the colors clash because the home kit obviously will clash because Levante wear also blue and a darker maroon, but that blue is really dark blue this season. It's not like earlier seasons, so I see how that would clash with the away kit because the away kit is dark, has purple. I don't know how it clashes with the orange one. That I don't know. Ooh, Lamine, man. Lamine just went past two to Ferran. Ferran tried to pass it to Rafinha, but loses it. And there was Casado to get the ball back. And then Eddie Garcia with the cross, but it gets intercepted. Casado again with the ball. Back to Kouarsi. Kouarsi to Valde. Valde to Rashford. Man, I'm really excited for this game. Lots of changes in the lineup. And whenever there's changes in the lineup, it's always exciting to see. Especially because, this is the beginning of the season. We have new players, so Flick is going to have to figure out what works the best for him. And these are the matches to find that out. Here we go. Levante defending with like a really compact block. You have a line of 5 defenders, 4 midfielders, and even their lone attacker coming back down, acting kind of like a sweeper. So they're really like closing in on the spaces. So Barcelona are going to have to be very fast with those ball transitions, and then also rely on Lamine and Rashford to, widen that pitch, allowing, players to go through the middle. Lamine, cross, but nobody was there. All right, let's see what all the comments are saying. Big Cypress says, Vizca Barça, Vizca Catalunya. Amen. Hamad Omar says 3-0 again. Okay. I mean, technically 0-3, but all right. I'll take it. Alkeo says Barca. Let's go with the... By the way, I learned this not too long ago. When you do the emojis with the colors, it has to be blue before red. That's Barca. If you put red before blue, that's PSG. I learned that not too long ago. Apparently, there's a thing to this. But yeah, so, corner kick. Rashford there to get the ball back. Driving into the box. Pass. Goalkeeper there. This is what we're going to need. We're going to need Rashford and Lamine with the runs from the box. I might eat me an M&M with my dog's face on it. Wait, there we go. That's my dog. I'm going to eat my dog. Well, that sounds terrible. Let's see. Gold CJ Messi 10 says 5-1. Is that 1-5? It's 5-1 would mean Levante 5, Barca 1. But I'm guessing you mean the opposite. Rafinha from outside the box kicks it, but goes way over the post. Mathematics says Rashford needs a goal for confidence. Let's go. Yeah, I think a goal will definitely go a long way, helping Rashford to feel the confidence. He probably is feeling the pressure because, this is his last chance, I think, to make an impression in a big team. If he doesn't make an impression in Barca, he's going to go back to Man U in the summer, and then after that, he's probably going to end up at, like, Saudi or some third-tier team. This is his last chance to, make an impact, become once again the elite player that he was. So he probably is feeling the pressure. And yes, a goal would definitely go a long way in helping him get his confidence and, start killing it. Jose Fernandez saying Rafinha playing the 10th spot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really excited to see that. We've seen Rafinha in that position before, but not too often. I think it's a position that suits him well because Rafinha, anyway, plays through the middle a lot. Rafinha likes to, he plays as a quote-unquote left winger. He hardly ever makes runs on the left flank. He always cuts into the middle. He's also really good letting the ball go quick, combining with his teammates, doing first touch passes because, he has to rely on that. He lacks, obviously, dribbling skills. We all know that. So that also suits him to be in attacking midfield, right? Attacking midfield, you have to be able to distribute the ball quickly. And that's what Rafinha knows how to do because he has to rely on that skill since he can't really make runs and just dribble past 2, 3, 4 defenders, right? So I think it's going to be a really good position for him in this match. It was really interesting how, what's his name? Flick has chosen Rafinha over both Fermin and Olmo. Pedri to Eric to Lamine. Let's see, Lamine to Balde at the edge of the box. Damn, there's so many legs in the box, man. Levante just has their whole team in that box. Rashford to Casado. Great pass by Casado, and Eric Garcia's path gets blocked by a Levante defender. Let's see. Chuchu says, Eric Garcia winning the right back race. It's not physical. Eric is just playing better. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Eric is just, Eric has a little bit of edge over Kunde, which is the buildup. Um, because Eric is a La Masia player, and as a La Masia player, you learn since you're a little kid to just build from the back. As a defender, that's something Kunde didn't do until he came to Barca, right? So Eric has that advantage on him. But also Kunde, I think offensive. Oh, damn. That's a great pass and goal. Wait, I think it's offside. Is it offside? Yeah, it's offside. Dude, he was by himself. Mamma mia. Morales has always been a pain in the butt in Barcelona's path. For Barcelona, I should say. I wanted to say a thorn in Barcelona's path, but oh yeah, dude. That was so offsides. I mean, you could have parked a car. Could have parked a car where the line was and where Morales was. Bocamoso says Lamine hat trick. Okay. I would like to see that. Omaru says Besca Barcer. All right. That's our new slogan. Besca Barcer. I love it. I love it. Hamad Omar says lineup is more 4-2-4. Um, wait, Balle to dude, there's so many legs. My God, in that box. Another attack by Barca. Another attempt. Let's see. Great nutmeg by Rashford. No, we have two wingers that are cooking right now. It's not just Lamine, the only one dribbling past defenders. Rashford starting to get into his groove. I love it. Barca fan says, "Yo, Mo, what's up, Barca fam? Welcome to the watch along. How excited are you? How excited are all of you to see Barcelona play? I feel like weeks are so long. Oh, Lamine. Oh my God, Lamine, bro. Lamine in between four loses the ball. Eric Garcia was there to recover it. Ends up being a corner kick, man. Lamine this season, he's already like 10 times better than last season. And last season, he was 10 times better than the season before. The exponential growth of this guy is just off the charts. Like, no one improves that fast from season to season, but Lamine does. Man, it's crazy. He's literally at a level where he could just do whatever the hell he wants. It's like he's playing PlayStation. Corner kick. Araujo was there, but defender beat him. Watch the counter attack. There comes Levante. Okay. Oh, long pass. Juan Garcia is there to say, sorry, buddy. I am not Wojciech Szczesny. I am not going to react 2 days later. Juan Garcia paying attention. Let's see. Nima says, hey, Mo, who is the 1 minute silence for? I wish I knew I was talking. I should have shut up and listened, but I have no idea. I imagine it's probably someone related to the Levante organization. Oh, Balde pass to Rashford. Dude, Rashford is so tall, man. He's so physically like imposing. He's like tall and strong. Not to sound like I'm crushing on him or anything, but like when you see him next to other players, he just seems so physically imposing. Maybe it's his nose. He does have a huge nose. Jose Fernandez says, Mo, I think Kunde has a physical thing going on, and B, Eric has some strength in the game. Play over Kunde like positioning. I think they both give you different things, right? They're both excellent players. And it's never like, oh damn, Kunde's playing, or oh damn, Eric is playing. Who's ever playing, you're like, all right, we're good, we're covered. I think Kunde gives you a little bit more offensive prowess. He makes a lot more runs. He combines better with Lamine, where Eddie gives you better defensive coverage and better build-up from the back. But I mean, the two of them are just excellent, and that's the beauty about the team that Flick has built. Kunde gets injured or needs rest, no problem. There comes Eric. Or Eric needs rest, no problem. There comes Kunde. It's not like, oh shit, we lost our starter right back. We're screwed. What are we gonna do? Not the case at all. There we go. Quick recovery by Barca. Pedri to Eric. Eric pushing running the ball forward to Lamine. Lamine back to Eric. Nice. Eric to Rafinha. Great triangulation. Rafinha cuts in the middle. He's trying to. Rafinha to Balde. Balde kicks. Oh! Bro. That Balde shot was deflected. I thought it was going to go in with a deflection, but it ends up going out. Great play, by the way. A great combination between Lamine and Eric, as I was saying that Kunde combines better with Lamine. There goes Eric Garcia shutting me up, combining really well with Lamine. Uh, great back pass to Rafinha. Rafinha with the run gives it to Balde, and that shot, man, gets deflected out. Man, and Barcelona is just relentless. I mean, this has been 30 minutes of Barcelona just putting pressure on Levante. I love it. That's what I want to see. I'm sure that's what Flick wants to see. Just foot on the accelerator, nonstop. My man Shin. Oh, long pass up to the goalkeeper. Says we need a win and also rack up that goal differential. Let's get ourselves sizable lead on the table out the gate. Amen, my friend. They're saying that's what Flick is trying to do at the beginning of the season. He's trying to build as big of a lead as possible. That way we can focus on the Champions League later on. Plus, right now we can take advantage of the fact that Madrid and Atletico Madrid are starting the season tired because they played the Club World Cup. We didn't. We're fresh. So this is a great time to build that lead. And, so later in the season, we can afford ourselves some mistakes here and there. Obviously, it's better that you don't, but it's impossible, not to, right? But it would be amazing to end the season, not just champions, but undefeated. That would be obviously the dream, but it's an incredibly difficult thing to do. So it's better to always try to build a sizable lead. That way, if later on you drop some points, no big deal. You have a big lead, so you can afford to. Umaru says, Barcelona, we move Asia Conte, Sierra Leone, West Africa. What's up, my friend? Thank you for joining the live all the way from West Africa. Ooh, that's a great pass by to Levante. He's going to cross it. Ooh, back to the middle. Ooh, yo. That was a great play by Levante. That was a great play by Levante. Wow. The way they combined, it was just like back from one side to other, quick passes. Great goal by Levante. Can't even be mad. I mean, I'm mad, obviously, that we're down, but that was a great counterattack. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, expect that a lot. Expect Levante to defend with all 11 players and just go on a counterattack once Barcelona have all their lines super advanced. So, very good passing for Levante. Wow. Let's see. Look at that. No offsides. Great pass. Runs all the way from the left. Crosses into the middle. Crosses to the right. Back into the middle. And that just 2 touches and scores it. Up. Wow. Completely fooled Kouarsi. He faked to the left, but then went to the right. And then puts it in the far post. But, wow. Really good goal by Levante. Barcelona are going to have to now, can just continue putting the pressure and mount a comeback. Let's see. Billy Mack says, has to be a physical thing. Congrats to Kunde on his extension. Jose says, I'm happy to see Casado get minutes. We need rotation early on the season to keep them players fresh. Amen. There is also a little bit of danger with rotating too much, right? Not saying that that's what's happening, but just speaking in general terms. When you rotate too much, your players don't get used to playing together, right? Because there's constant change. So there's also danger in rotating too much. It's a balance, right? You want to rotate enough to rest your players, but not too much where your players never get used to each other because they're constantly playing with different guys. Man, that stadium's going crazy. Vito says, good to see everyone healthy to play. Leo and Bernal coming back soon. Ter Stegen should take his time so that he does not disrupt the locker room. Deco, please sell him this winter. So with Leo, he got the green light. He's traveled with the team. He's good to go. But of course, as I suspected, I didn't think Flick was going to play him because he just came back from injury. You know, Flick likes to be cautious. So we might see him in the second half. Maybe we might not see him at all. But Lewy did travel with the team, so he is available to play. Oh, great pass to Ferran. Oh, but Levante was there to clear. Let's see. Metefera says 1-3, and Nima says 3-1. Let's see, what else? Whew. PMWC says, actually, give me 5-2. All right. I don't mind seeing 7 goals in a match. It's always nice to see lots of goals. Young Braveheart says, that's a wet-ass field. So does that make it a waff? If you know the reference, you know, a wop, a wet-ass meow. This is a waff. All right. Barca in the build-up. Man. Let's see. Ryan says, what's up, Mo? Hope you are having a great time watching the game from Leefstad in the Netherlands. All right, let's go. All the way from the Netherlands. I love it. I'm enjoying my M&Ms. You know what I had for lunch? I had chicken wings. I ordered chicken wings last night, and it was a big order because it was 2 for 1, buy 2, buy 1 get 1 free. Obviously, I couldn't finish it. It was for 2 people. I only finished half. And then today, I warmed up the other half. Had that for lunch. I was out of ranch, so I walked all the way to the supermarket with my dog. Got some ranch. They didn't have bags because plastic bags are banned here. And I didn't take a normal bag with me, so I had to fill my pockets, my short pockets of the groceries that I bought. I looked like I had robbed the supermarket. I walked back with my dog, and it's really hot today, but he still enjoyed the walk. And then ate the wings and literally jumped on here. That's why I'm eating the M&Ms, because whenever I eat, I always crave something sweet. Vito says, I like to see Rafinha play Cam and Rashford left wing. I think when Rashford gets in shape, we should use him as a left winger and Ferran playing center forward and center. Ooh. And Lamine the Dream playing right wing. I'm still not 100% sure about Ferran starting matches. I like him as a sub, don't get me wrong. But he's just so much more effective as a sub. Oh, nice. Juan Garcia reading the long pass coming out of his box to intercept it. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about Ferran starting matches. I feel like he does so much better off the bench. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the pressure. If he's like, oh, crap, I only have 20, 30 minutes to impress. So maybe that puts some urgency in him and causes him to do better. Did Rafinha elbow him? Why are they calling a foul on him? Rafinha's braids look fresh, man. I got to say. Oh, okay. Yeah, he hit him with his arm. Let's see. Look at this guy screaming a la Madrid. Can you imagine being such a loser to go on a Barca channel to watch a Barca match stream just to say a la Madrid? Poor guy. But I mean, I don't blame him though. I mean, if I was a Madridista, I would much rather watch Barcelona matches. I mean, Madrid at this point, they're like so pathetic to watch. So I don't blame him. So everybody, welcome Neda. Welcome, my friend. This is how, real football is played. Not that garbage you've gotten used to. But of course, you wouldn't know the difference because Madridistas, they've always been about just defending, and then rely on counterattacks. Like small clubs, like bottom of the table teams. That's how Real Madrid have been playing for the last 5 years. So, but this is how a team builds and scores and plays as a cohesive unit. So, welcome, my friend. Casper says, I am from Sri Lanka. Well, welcome, Casper. I think you're the first guy from Sri Lanka to comment. Barca fan says Madrid fans has a deep obsession with Barca. Watch how to play football. Yeah. I mean, they have a trauma, right? Since the Pep years, all those years, Barcelona is just completely slapping them left and right. I mean, a lot of these people grew up watching that, right? Because that's been for the past 20 years. So they have like this internalized trauma. So that's all they can think about is, Barca, 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 which is fine. Hey, um, the more the better, the merrier. Welcome. Shin says, let's just call it what it is. Lamine Yamal is our cheat code. He really is, man. He really is. He just does what he wants. Um, and he's so good that Madridistas are already just like desperately searching for someone to compare him to. They're saying Arda Güler is better. Then they were saying, no, first they were saying they were trying to compare Vinicius to him, then Arda Güler. Now they're saying Mastantuono. I mean, poor guys, man. They suffered for like 15 years with Messi, and now they're gonna have to suffer another 15 years with Lamine. Just, I'm telling you, man, they have an internalized trauma, just which is not healthy. Not healthy. So, Madridistas, if you're watching, look for a therapist, man. It's not healthy. Hamad Ahmed says Lamine is proving why he's the best player in the world and worthy of the Ballon d'Or. Amen, my friend. Amen. Let's see. Pedri to Lamine. Lamine on the edge of the box. Lamine shoots it, but I'm pretty sure it was deflected by a Levante defender. So, to the corner kick. Kay says it was Araujo who was in Cuarci's position. Everyone would have been bashing him by now. I agree. Araujo is like, we've gotten to that point where Araujo cannot make a mistake. Because if he makes one, he can do 100 things right. And if he makes one mistake, people just like ready to crucify him. And that goal was on Cuarci, but doesn't mean we have to crucify Cuarci either, because defenders make a mistake. Players make mistakes. That's fine. But yeah, we've gotten to the point where it's just like there's such a big magnifying glass on Araujo that he makes one mistake, it's like that's it. It's over. So Vito says two players I'm most excited to see are Rashford and Araujo because he needs to adapt the system as fast as possible. Now that Inyo left. Ooh, Pedri to Ferran. Ferran back. Lamine on the edge of the box. Ooh, Lamine takes the shot, but it gets deflected by a defender. And Barcelona put in the pressure. Shin says, I'd sure like to see us learn how to dismantle teams who decide to park the bus. I mean, it's I don't want to say that we're failing right now because we're not. I mean, sure, we are down. It is 1-0. But Barcelona are creating chances. I mean, we're just like right now the ball is just not going in. So I wouldn't say that we're completely failing at dismantling this defense yet, because Barcelona are creating chances. Oh, great pass by Casado to Balde. Oh, Balde with the bad control, but still recovers to Rashford. Rashford to Pedri. Rafinha making the run. Oh man, I saw that run, but Pedri, the pass was a little bit too long. Barca fan says paternity leave. Could be. I mean, look, we need to normalize paternity leave. Dads need to be around their kids too when they're first born. It shouldn't be just the moms. Let's see. Vito says, what departures are expected till summer transfer window closes? Iñaki Peña, who's most likely going to go on loan, extend his contract, send him on loan. Hector Fort, who's most likely going to go on loan as well. And then Oriol Romeo, they're supposed to rescind his contract this week. And there's not much days left in this week, so maybe today or tomorrow. By tomorrow. Right now it's like 10 p.m. in Spain. Ooh, great pass. Rafinha deep pass to Ferran, but a little bit too long. Let's see. Nima says loiterers are funny. Orlando says, hey, Mo, it's so cold in Minnesota. Just watching the game at work and following you too. Wow, it's already cold in Minnesota? It's still August. Tell the weather to chill. By the way, it's been very weird weather. This past week here in New York, it's been 60s and 70s. Like, that's insane. For summer, that's insane. That's like fall weather. Ooh, great heel pass to to Ferran. Ferran opens it up to Rashford. Rashford to Balde. Balde cross in the middle. Ooh, there was Ferran. Ooh, but the goalkeeper was there. That was a great play. This is the kind of plays we need to beat low blocks. Quick passing, quick transitions. Rashford to Balde, Balde to the penalty spot, and there was Ferran to push it in, but he doesn't put too much power on it. So the Levante goalkeeper was there. Great win by Kouarsi, winning the ball back. Uh, but yes, so this is what I mean. Like, right? Like, we're not failing at dismantling this bus. It's just we haven't been lucky yet. Vito Vito says, if you were a Barca sporting director with money to spend and you only could sign 2 players next summer, what players would you sign and sell? Ooh, mamma mia! Well, obviously, we need a 9. Flick wants Waltman, Nicholas, Nick. So I would sign that. He's 24 years old, promising center forward, very physically imposing, tall, big, buff, still fast though. A little more better at combining than let's say Lewy, who's more of a classic center forward. So I would bring that for Flick. I mean, if that's what he wants, and Flick we trust, so whatever he wants, bring him. The second player, I don't know because obviously we need a left winger, but I can't say because we have to see how Rashford does, right? And if Rashford does great, then it should be Rashford. And if not, then it could be someone else. But I don't know because this is only the second game, so we don't know how Rashford's gonna do. But definitely a center forward. Marcos Vargas says it's because Araujo has made 3 huge mistakes that cost us the Champions final. No, they have not. Has he made mistakes that cost us? Yes. But to say that he actually cost us the final, that is nonsense. Last semifinal, yes, one of the goals was partially his fault, but we did not lose 1-0. Okay, we conceded 7 goals. So what about the other 6? Is Araujo also responsible for the other 6 goals? No. So to blame that on him is utterly false and not fair because how do you justify the other 6 goals? Against PSG, yes, he cost us. But we were up, what was it, 3 or 4 goals? There was no reason for the team to fall apart the way they did and still ended up losing. Okay? Oh, careful, there comes Levante with another long pass. Morales and then Casado. Beautiful how Casado took the ball away from Morales. That's, an advantage that Casado has over Frankie de Jong. Casado is more of a defensive profile. So, beautiful fake by Rafinha, who's driving the ball all the way to Levante's box. Oh, passes to the left to Balde. Balde to Pedri. Pedri to Lamine. But yeah, I mean, look, against Real Madrid, it was also a 4-goal difference, 5-1 in the Spanish Super Cup final. We get Tech, Chesney, who gets a red card, and the team just completely maintains their composure, and we still end up winning. There was no reason for the team to fall apart like that against PSG. We had a big lead. All we had to do was just maintain it, defend. But what happens? Xabi loses his shit. He gets a red card. The team is completely left without a coach. And, with Xabi, with a team with no identity, with no system, with no tactics, with nothing, fell apart. So to say that Araujo is solely responsible for it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Madej says, hi, I am from Slovenia, land of Doncic, Seferin, and Oblak. Barca should play more wider for Yamal to Rashford to make more spaces. Yeah, we need to, just like in that play where Rashford opened up to Balde cross into the middle, Ferran we need more plays like that from both sides, right? Quick pass from the midfielder out to the fullback or to the winger, and then cross into the box, and then someone in the middle to just push it in. We need more of that to open up that penalty box because running the ball through the middle is just not going to work. or trying to make passes through the middle is not gonna work. Mm. Montemantis says, Mo, you like McFlurry M&M? Um, so here's the thing. When I was 15 years old, I worked for McDonald's. And when you work for a place like McDonald's, you become traumatized to their food because you see how it's made. And once you've seen how it's made, you never want to eat it again. So I guess the answer is no. I don't really eat fast food because I just don't like it. Not because I'm like super uber ultra healthy guy that only eats grass and drinks water and does yoga and does cold bath plunges and dips his head in Saratoga water every morning. Not at all. I eat a lot, and I don't care as long as it tastes good. But I just don't like fast food. I feel like the taste is always terrible. The only fast food I like is In and Out, and that's about it. But McDonald's, no. Ever since I worked at McDonald's, I'm just traumatized with their food. Shin says, I take a DB, a Dairy Queen Blizzard over a McFlurry 6 days a week and twice a Sunday. You know what? Here's the funny thing. I've actually never had anything at Dairy Queen. Like, I've never tried anything they sell. Um, I don't know why. I guess growing up, there was never a Dairy Queen close by. In Vegas, there aren't that many Dairy Queens. There's like maybe 2 or 3 Dairy Queens. And to get to one, you have to like drive super long. So I just never tried Dairy Queen because there was never one like nearby me where I'm like, all right, let me walk in there. So I have no idea what a Dairy Queen Blizzard tastes like. Man, Levante with the long passes, man, to Barcelona's backs. I mean, this was another offside, but they're looking to exploit Barcelona's high line. Let's see. Nima says maybe Pedri should play closer to front three this game. I think that's why we have Rafinha. But I mean, if they can alternate, maybe Pedri go up closer and then Rafinha drops and then Rafinha goes up and Pedri drops. That's an alternative. Because Rafinha can defend. And if it comes to distributing the ball, obviously Pedri is a million times better than Rafinha. So I wouldn't mind seeing Pedri, you know, getting closer to the front three to distribute the ball and Rafinha cover his back and then switch. Rafinha go back front and then Pedri come back down and just keep doing that. I think that's a good option, especially because it's going to keep the Levante defenders guessing. Here we come. Marcus Rashford. Come on, Rashford to Pedri. Pedri to Balde. Good way to protect the ball. Oh, Pedri. Oh, great play by Pedri. Goes right, switches back to left, makes the shot, but the shot came out too weak. Uh, let's see. John Williams says Ferran is playing badly in this game. I feel like that's Ferran every time he starts. I don't know what it is. He comes off the bench and he is freaking Gerd Muller in his prime. Well, I'm obviously exaggerating, but Ferran comes off the bench and bam, puts up goals left and right. He starts and it's like that guy has never seen a ball in his life. It's like 2 different Ferrans. It's crazy. Ooh, here comes Eric Garcia, cross to the box, Levante defender with the block. But yeah, I don't know what it is with Ferran, man. When he starts, it's like he's never played football in his life. When he comes off the bench, he's like Gerd Muller in his prime. Vito says, don't let Araujo up. Oh, wait. Hold on. Rafinha. Ooh. Loses it. Pedri to Ferran. Ferran hits the post. Bro. Ferran, bro. You were by yourself. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't believe I just saw that. I can't believe I just saw that. Great run by Rafinha. Loses it, but there was Pedri with the beautiful pass to Ferran. Ferran at the penalty spot by himself. He should have scored that. Instead, he hit the post. Look at Flick. It's mad. Throws the bottle. Like, damn it. Should have put in Lewy. Fucking Ferran, man. Fucking Ferran. And he's playing in his homeland. Well, his homeland's technically Spain, but he's playing in his city, native city, Valencia. Anyways, Vito was saying before we got interrupted. Look at Lewy. Lewy's sitting there on the bench thinking like, I would have made that. I would have made that. Coach put me in. Vito said, don't let Araujo perform his full impress you too much. We need to see how he does in the Champions League, where he unfortunately does perform really well. Well, we need to see how he does the overall in the season. You can't just judge based on one or two matches. Oh, was that a handball by Casado? Yeah. Let's see. Chuchu says Ferran is whack, man. Yeah, yeah. When he comes up, when he starts, I don't know what it is, man. Just completely different player than when he comes off the bench. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just, he's probably just a player that obviously his skills are limited. He's not, he's no Lamine or, oh, Balde who loses it in the build up. Come on, Balde. But Araujo was there to recover, passes it back to Juan Garcia. Dude, Juan Garcia's passes, man. I'm very impressed with this guy. I mean, this wasn't a difficult pass, but still, like, he puts it at the feet of the player that he's trying to get the ball to. But what was I saying? Yeah, Ferran, I mean, he's a limited player as far as skills. So I think his abilities and skills only allow him to, like, shine for, like, a short period of time. He can only give you a good 20, 30 minutes. So I think that's why when he comes off the bench, he looks like freaking Zlatan in his prime. But when he starts, it looks like me when I played. Just sucks. But anyways, Nima says we're not stretching the Levante defense line enough. I mean, we're not gonna stretch it enough because look how many are defending. They have a line of 5 defenders, 4 midfielders, and they're 9 acting as a sweeper. So what we do is we need quick transitions, which we've done a few times. Oh, great play by Lamine. Lamine from outside the box, but the shot is too weak, and their goalkeeper is there to block to catch it. We need like that play, the one to Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres has wasted now 2 great plays. Just quick transitions, quick passes, bam, 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 1, 2, 3, and done. And we've done that a few times, and Ferran has wasted 2 of those times. Oh, come on, free kick. It's going to be a yellow. I think ORC stepped on him. Let's see. Kay says they need individual brilliance to score. Making link-up passes on this wet pitch will be crazy. Actually, the ball rolls a lot faster on wet pitches. I was going to say wet pitches. On wet pitches. So it makes it a little bit easier to actually move the ball fast. Not the Gamer says, hey Mo, how are you? Congrats on escaping the old software. How is the team doing so far? They're trying. They're creating a lot of chances and opportunities, but the ball doesn't want to go in. Now, they need to be a little bit more careful on the counterattacks. Levante has caught us a few times now with long passes. And, obviously their goal. But overall, I think they're keeping the pressure. It's just going to be a matter of time. Especially as the second half rolls by, Levante players are going to get tired because it's very tiring to defend the way Levante are defending and then having a counterattack and run all across the pitch for the counterattack and then run all the way back to defend. Oh, man. Holy. Great play. My God. I think he's off. No, he's not offside. Wow, great cross into the box, and there was a Levante player to head it. Thank God it went wide, but that was a great scripted play by Levante. My goodness. Nima says if we stretch their defense, Rafinha might find space to shoot from outside the box. With this defense, man, they're quick. They're moving. They're side to side. They're keeping that block compact. And they react quickly, so it's going to have to be fast transitions. It's the only way, which, again, it's already worked. We've had several plays that work greatly, but we just haven't been able to finalize them. Lamin Tokuarsi. Oh, come on, ref. Ref is like, put me in, coach. Fucking Hernandez. Piece of shit ref. Shin says, sorry, I forgot that I live in Texas for a moment where there's a Dairy Queen on every corner. Dairy Queen started in Texas. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, in Vegas, there weren't that many. I think I must have seen two or three my whole life growing up. Out here in the New York area, it's mostly Dunkin' Donut, I would say. No, Dunkin' Donut is a lot more in Jersey. In Jersey, there's a Dunkin' Donut on every freaking corner. In New York, you see everything really. Big chains, small pop and mom and pop, um, but not Dairy Queens either. Casado opens it up to Balde. Sorry, Rashford. Rashford in the box, cross into the middle, but there was a Levante defender to cross it, to intercept it. Barca fan says soon it's gonna be back-to-back goals from Barca. I think so. I think it's just a matter of wearing down Levante's defense. I mean, Barcelona putting the pressure, and eventually the dam is gonna break. Oh, Balde could get a yellow for that. Come on, Balde. Yep, there comes the yellow. Come on, bro. That was stupid. Like, well, what's the point of that? Of grabbing the ball and just hitting it like that? I know you're frustrated, but now you got a yellow. Now you got to be careful. And you can risk getting. That was just stupid. I don't understand when players get stupid yellows like that. I mean, I know you get heated. Trust me, I know. I do MMA. I've been doing it for 5 years. You get a lot more heated when you get punched in the face, but you cannot lose your shit like that. Hart, my boy Hart says, "Sup, Mo? Glad to catch you live. Been a while. Hope Barca come back. Let's go. What's up, Hart? Good to see you again, my friend. If you guys don't know, Hart is the one who made my intros, both intros, the old intro and the newer intro. Really, really talented editor. If you guys need any editing services, let Hart know. He's also edited my videos, the ones like when I went to the Camp Nou, when I went to the River Plate Stadium, like, kind of like my vlog type videos. He's edited those too. Again, very talented editor. If you need his services, let him know. Balde cross into the box. Rafinha! Bro! Rafinha, bro. Yo, Rafinha's been on one as far as missing. Last match, how many chances ended up like so close, like barely grazing the post? And once again, he does it. Oof. Rafinha's accuracy is a little been off these past two matches, but it's the beginning of the season. You just gotta shake the rust off, and I'm sure Rafinha will start finding the back of the net pretty soon. 3 minutes of extra time. Let's see. Barca fan says not off talk for Rashford to play left and Raf in the middle, but it's not working right now. I suggest they switch. No, I think we need Lewy to come in for Ferran. Long pass. That's what we need. Man. Great interception by Eric. Eric to Ferran. Ferran gets taken down. Let's see. Oh, I think that should have been a yellow. He kicks some with his right leg and then takes out his support leg with his left leg. So Ferran Torres ends up getting kicked and taken down. Well, anyways. Not the Gamer says, hey, Mo, are Guille Fernandez and Dro the same guy, or is it just coincidence that his last name is Fernandez? No, they're not the same guy. Dro is Pedro Fernandez Sarmiento. Or is it Hernandez? No, I think it's Fernandez. Guille is Guillermo Fernandez. And of course, his cousin Tony is Antonio Fernandez. Fernandez is a very, very common name in Spanish. It's like Smith or Johnson. So yeah. But no, they're not the same person. Dro is half Filipino, half Spanish. Yeah, I think he's just full Spaniard. Oh, great control by Lamine. He brought it down with his heel. Free kick. That needs to be a yellow. That needs to be a yellow. Okay, yeah, yellow. By the way, wasn't that guy that took Ferran Torres down? There, I said should have been a yellow because if it was, this could have been his second yellow. And that's what happens when you just like, dude, beautiful control by Lamine. The way he just controls it with his heel and then he's taken down. Mantamante says, when is Lewa coming back? Lewa is back. He is on the bench. He is healthy. He's gotten the green light. But of course, as any player that comes back from injury, um, he hasn't started because, you know, Flick wants to be cautious. Plus, a player who just came back from injury, he's not gonna be A, ready to play 90 minutes, and B, his missed training session, so he's not gonna be as ready to play 90 minutes as someone like Ferran, who's been healthy the whole time. But I'm sure we'll see Lewy in the second half. Given how Ferran is performing, I'm sure Lewy will come in maybe the last 30 minutes, last 20, something like that. All right, let's go, Rafinha. Free kick from the edge of the box. Cross. Ooh, the goalkeeper was there. Lamine is there. But Levante win it back. And there comes the counter attack. Oh my God, there comes the counter attack. Balde's catching up. Great block by Balde. Ooh, and then Eddie Garcia there to block Morales' kick. So that was a dangerous counter attack. They're asking for a penalty. I need to see this. That was a really good counter attack. No offsides. Balde makes a great race, blocks the kick. Morales kicks it, and Eric Garcia is there also to block that kick. It does hit Balde's arm, but that's not a penalty. I mean, yeah, that's not a handball. It does touch Balde's hand. He slides, blocks it with his body. The ball bounces off his body and hits his arm. That should not be a penalty because when the ball bounces off a legal part of your body and then hits your arm, that shouldn't be a penalty. Um, it's a penalty if you're blocking with your arm, not that it bounces. Okay, they're saying about Morales' shot. Okay, Morales' shot also hits Balde's arm, but his arm is stuck to his body. Like this is not a penalty. There's never been a penalty. I don't know why they're even taking this long to check it. His arm is stuck to his body. Hart says, dude, Ferran, no need to complicate it. Just bury it. Yeah, you would think Ferran would know something that basic. Jose says, Mo, body language on the bench. All players leaning forward in their seat are aching to get in the game. Yeah, for sure. And not the gamer says, Ferran, when he starts prime, break weight, Ferran off the bench, prime Luis Suarez. They're going to go to the VAR. Are you fucking kidding me? His arm is stuck to his body. And of course, it's fucking Hernandez. Let's see what. Oh, wait, I just noticed that when I'm reading comments, it blocks my counter. I'm going to move it up here. How about that? Is that better? You guys can see now the timer and the scoreboard. What? Fucking penalty? You kidding me? Dude, fuck Hernandez. Fuck this ref. No way that's a penalty. His arm was stuck to his body. How the fuck is that a penalty? Fuck Hernandez. Piece of shit ref. All right, Juan. Come on, bro. And Juan Garcia, we trust. Come on, Juan Garcia. We got this. Don't let this old man score on you. He's younger than me, by the way. So I can call him an old man. It's okay. All right. Come on, Juan Garcia. Dude, Morales is focused. Oh, fuck. Goal by Levante. Levante 2, Barca 0. Morales, man. Morales is always burying goals against us. Mm. I still don't think that was a penalty. Yes, it did hit Balde's arm, but his arm was close to his body. But, Hernandez, Hernandez. He's a piece of shit ref. He's always been a piece of shit ref. But, anyways, 2-0. Barcelona going to have a lot of work to do left the second half. But I think it's doable. I think Barcelona's been the dominant team. Look at that. His fucking arm is. What is he supposed to do? Saw his arm off so the ball doesn't hit it? Man, Joan Garcia reacted very late. And he came off his line. So even if had he blocked it, that still wouldn't have counted. But definitely not a penalty kick. But it is what it is. 2-0. Now we're going to halftime. Barcelona going to have a lot of work to do in the second half. But I think it is doable. I think Barcelona have been the dominant team. Barcelona have been creating a lot of chances. We've been unlucky. Ferran Torres has wasted a lot of these chances. So I think the second half we're gonna need some substitution. I think Ferran's gonna have to come out. I think Lewandowski's gonna have to come in his place, or if Lewandowski's not ready, maybe put in Rashford in as a center forward and put Rafinha back on the left and bring in maybe Olmo in attacking midfield. Since Olmo is good in tight spaces, so maybe Olmo can be that difference maker. Right now, Rafinha is not doing much in the attacking midfield position. So that could be a good switch. Put Rafinha back on the left, Rashford to the middle, Ferran out because he sucks right now. And then bring in Olmo. Or you can always take out Rafinha, bring in Olmo, put in Lewy in the place of Ferran, and then keep Rashford on the left. I don't know, but we're gonna need some changes. But Barcelona have created a lot of chances. They have been putting a lot of pressure. Levante has caught us on the counter a few times, but we still have 45 minutes to turn things around. B says, why are we so bad? I don't think we're bad. So Heidi says, Rashford should occasionally switch position with Coutinho. Could be. Crow says, hi Mo, any chance you can get this software to display the scoreline as well? And the scoreline is up there. Look up right here. There's a timer. I paused it already because it's halftime. And there's the scoreline. Bank says, Ferran can't start Mo. Why Hansi start him? I think as he started him, it's because Lewandowski just came back from injury. Lewandowski has missed 2 matches, Como and Mallorca. And, when a player comes back from injury, you don't just start him right away. You have to incorporate him slowly. So I'm sure Lewy will come in the second half, whether it's at the 60th minute or I don't know if Flick will go straight up from the halftime. But I'm sure Lewy will come in later. So that's why. Jose Fernandez says, I think Levante has always been a dangerous team for big clubs. Yeah, Levante has always been a pain in our butt. I think I said that yesterday, or maybe the day before. I think it was on a podcast of Barca Volume. I said, Levante is always, it's a smaller team. They just got promoted again. Small teams they always, they get really, really motivated against bigger teams. Where bigger teams, it's harder for them to get motivated than smaller teams. But Levante are so far, they're executing an excellent tactical plan. They're defending really well. They're maintaining a very compact block. And then, catching Barcelona on the counterattacks. I think Levante is doing a really good job of that. So now it's just going to have to be, Flick is going to have to make some changes to be able to break down that block a little better, faster transitions, and just be a little bit more cautious when we get back on the counterattack. But I do think that we still got this because again, I think Barcelona have been a dominant team. They're the ones who created a lot more chances. Defending the way Levante are defending is very physically taxing. It's very exhausting because, when you're playing with a compact block, you're constantly running from one side to the other, trying to defend with everything you got. And then you go on a counterattack, you have to run all the way from your third to Barcelona's third, and then when the attack is over, you have to run all the way back again to defend. It's a very exhausting thing to do. So I think as the second half goes by, the Levante players will start to show exhaustion and fatigue, and I think that's going to be when Barcelona going to have to capitalize on that. And Barcelona have already been able to create a lot of chances, and as Levante get tired, they're going to be able to create more chances. But we need someone to finish them. Right now, Ferran has wasted two clear shots. Um, so I think we need some change. Ferran has to come off. I think Ferran has to come off. Not the gamer says Levante. Wait a minute. There we go. Levante left their best attackers on the bench. Coincidence? I think not. And so Heidi says Rashford should occasionally switch position. Oh, I think I read that one already. Shin says, I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier in the MoCast, but when you were talking about documentaries, I just finished watching 99 on Prime. Man U 1999 team under Ferguson, first English treble. Okay, I'll watch that. I remember that. That was with Beckham when they won the treble. Um, I remember I didn't watch it because I was 9 years old, but I do remember that treble from watching other highlights and other documentaries. But I'll definitely check it out. I don't ever watch anything on Prime, even though I have Prime, but I'll definitely watch it. Let's see. Barca fan says Lewa center up front. Yeah, I think we need Lewa to come in. Barca fan says Raf left. Dr. Watson says, why are we playing with two tens? I think Flick is just trying something different. I think he's trying Rafinha there in the attacking midfield to see, maybe he thought Rafinha would be better in unlocking Levante's low blocks, since Rafinha is pretty good about with combining with his teammates. So far, it's not happening. So I think either put Rafinha back on the left and Rashford in the middle, or take Rafinha out and bring in Olmo, or you can even take Rashford out, put Rafinha on the left, bring in Olmo, and like I said, Ferran has to come off. Ferran is just right now, just not helping. Jose Fernandez says, Mo, I think Fermin would be a difference maker in the game, aggressive and intense style of play. I think for this, we don't need so much aggressiveness. We need a little bit more tactical ability. And that's the thing when Olmo has Fermin a little beat. Because to unlock Levante's defense, we're going to need, quick passes, quick transitions. And that's when you need a little bit more tactical ability than aggressiveness. Even though Fermin's aggressiveness could help in with Barcelona tracking back, because we are getting caught on the counter attack a lot, and Fermin, is pretty good running back, tracking back, and helping with the defense when we get caught on counter attacks. So in that aspect, yes, Fermin could help. But as far as like unlocking Levante's defense, I think Olmo would be a better option. Let me see. Gold CJ Messi 10 says maybe move Rashford to the middle, Coutinho on the left, and then maybe Olmo on the 10. Yeah, that's an option. That's an option. So Heidi says Rashford could occasionally switch position with. Wait, are you just spamming the same comment? Yes, you are. Okay, please, guys. I've said this before. No spamming. You don't need to put the same comment 3-4 times. I know you want it to be read, but there are other comments too that need to be read as well. Gilead says we need Olmo for the tight spaces. I agree. Eric Tiles dysfunction says I actually don't like Balde and Rashford connection so far. Well, that's normal. Rashford has just joined the team, so obviously they're not. They're not used to each other yet. There are some things that you just cannot. If some chemistry cannot be developed during training, it has to develop during matches. That's why, for example, projects take time, because to get your players really develop chemistry between each other, it has to happen on the field as they're playing. And so far, this is only their second game together, Balde and Rashford, with the first game, Rashford not even starting. So that's normal. That's normal. I'm sure as time goes by, it gets better. But they did have one good connection where Rashford opened it to Balde, Balde crossed to the middle, and then Ferran was there to push it in, but it was too weak. The goalkeeper was able to grab it. They're showing the highlights now. This goal was really good, man. Levante's goal was really good. How they open it from the left to the right, right to the middle, and then Romero with fake Cubarsí to the left, but it goes to the right, and then nothing Juan Garcia could do at that point. By the way, if this was Mark Ter Stegen, everybody would be blaming the goal on him. Remember, you should have blocked it. Kind of like the same thing we were talking about Ronald Araujo. And then Ferran here with the post, man. Beautiful pass by Pedri to Ferran. There were 5 defenders there. And Ferran is just left by himself, man, hand to hand with the goalkeeper and just blows the post. And they're showing the second goal. Well, the attack that leads to the penalty. No way that was a penalty kick. Yes, it hits his arm. His arm is stuck to his body. And even if the arm is not there, the body is there. So it's not like the arm prevented the ball from going to goal because what's behind his arm? His torso. It's not like the arm is out here and the ball hits it. And if the arm hadn't been there, the ball would have kept going. No, the guy's arm is here. If the arm is not there, the torso is there. The ball is not going anywhere. It's hitting Balde regardless. How the fuck is that a penalty? I have no idea. Fuck Hernandez. He always does this kind of shit. But, what do you expect from a Madridista? Hernandez is, by the way, a Madridista. I'm not just saying that. He literally is a self-declared Madridista. So fuck him. But anyways, Dorian says, I still believe we can win this game. Just need the first goal to kickstart. Amen. I think so too. Like I said, we have created a lot of chances. We've been unlucky. If we make some changes, we can continue to create chances and finalize those chances. And as I said, the way Levante are playing, that's very physically taxing and mentally. It takes a lot of concentration and it takes a lot of running. They have to cover a lot of ground, and that's going to be a big factor. As the 60th minute comes around, Levante will get tired. And if Barcelona are already creating a lot of chances, they're going to be able to create even more once Levantes are tired. And it's just going to be a matter of being able to finalize. And remember, once one goal goes in, the dam will break because Barcelona players will get more motivated. Levante players will get nervous. And once exhaustion kicks in, plus the nerves, they're going to start making mistakes. And Barcelona going to be able to capitalize at that. So I think we still got it. Like, again, this is Barca. This is Flick's Barca. This is the Barca that used to come back from all kinds of scorelines. So I think we still have it. We still got it. Kate says they intentionally broke their water sprinklers. Shin says we're about to get totally screwed. I don't think so. I think we got this. Unless, of course, you're talking about the penalty. But, yeah, the penalty was bullshit. Nima says, yeah, I see I'm a little bit late on my comments because people are still talking about the penalty. Nima says, where's that Madridista loiter in the chat to defend this scandal? He's just a troll. But that's okay. James says, so much for our wonder team. Come on, chill. People, man, I swear. Nima says, let's not pretend that this is just bad refereeing. The penalty is bad refereeing. It really is. There's not much more to it. TY says, bring in Firmino. Olmo, my eyes hurt from watching Ferran and Rafinha as a 10. I agree. I didn't think it worked out. I think Flick tried something. It just didn't pay off. Rafinha in the 10 did not pay off. He was actually doing better defending than he was attacking. Like there was several times when Rafinha dropped back to the midfield and helped with the defense. So he was doing actually a better job as a pivot than he was as an attacking mid. Kay says that's what happens if you get a Madrid hoodie guy, being a technical guy to oversee VAR, a hacker by trade, by the way. What was that guy's? I think they fired him, if I'm not mistaken. I think they just fired him. Forgot his name. He looked like a homeless guy. But anyways. William Castro says, this is crazy. Should Bud cut his head off or what? Yeah, I agree. Curtis says, we have to know what we have, La Liga against us, and we still face these things. We need to score our chances. Yeah, absolutely. Knowing how these refs are, how incompetent and mediocre they are, we have to take advantage of our chances. But don't worry. Second half is coming.
Chuchu says missing FDJ already. I don't think so. I think Casado has done a good job. What we're missing is Olmo or Fermin. That's what we're missing. And Lewy. That's who we're really missing. Frankie, I don't think it would have made much difference. Ferran has wasted so many shots. That's where we could have used Lewy. Rafinha is pretty much not working out as an attacking mid, so that's where we could have used Olmo or. Oh, there he goes. Olmo and Gabi, ladies and gentlemen, coming in both on the field. We needed some changes. I'm guessing Gabi's going to come in for Casado. So it's probably going to be Pedri and, yep, Casado's coming out. Gabi coming in. So it's going to be Gabi and Pedri. By the way, the transmission just froze. Okay, now it's back. Olmo for Rashford. Okay, so that means Rafinha's going to go to the left and Olmo's going to be in attacking mid. Still no Lewy, but Lewy did come back from injury, so I'm guessing Lewy's gonna be probably coming in at the 60th minute, something around there. Money One Bill says Raf on the left and Olmo mid, then put Lewa. That's all we need. Well, that's what just happened. Um, except Lewy hasn't come in, but Gabi in the place of Casado to put a little bit more aggressiveness in the midfield. Olmo in the attacking mid. That way, I think Olmo will do good here because he's really good in tight spaces, and that's exactly what we're facing: tight spaces. And then Rafinha's going out to the left, and Rashford has come off. Rashford again, not really an impactful match. Let's see if Rafinha can do better on the left wing, but we got it, guys. We got it. Oh, let me get my timer ready. Let me see. We'll do reset second half. I'm ready. I love this scoreboard, by the way. All right, here we go. All right, we got kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, in the second half. Levante 2, Barcelona 0. We got our substitutions. Gabi coming in for Marcasado. Dani Olmo coming on for Rashford. And Rafinha moving to the left with Olmo going to be in attacking midfield position. That better be a yellow card for Morales. There we go. Yellow card for Morales after holding Garcia's shirt. I don't know why. That was a very stupid foul. It's not like Eddie Garcia was in Levante's third and he was about to, either score a goal or pass the ball to someone. He's literally pulling Garcia in Barca's third, like a stupid foul. But hey, I'll take it. Yellow card for Morales. Oh, there comes Levante again with the counterattack. Slips. So it goes too wide, but it's still a Levante ball. Ooh, good pass by Levante. Really weak kick, and then Juan Garcia is there to catch it. Ata Gamer says Pau Victor has scored 2 goals in 5 games for Braga. Thoughts? Yeah, it's a Portuguese league. Not to take away from Pau Victor. I think Pau Victor was a good attacker, but it is a Portuguese league. I mean, if Lewy went to the Portuguese league, he would score 80 goals. It's different level. Lower level teams. So not much to say, honestly. Let's see. Nima says Hernandez has never missed a chance to hurt Barca. Dirty Madridista. I agree. He is fully at fault for the second goal because that was not a penalty. But obviously, the first goal is a Levante. It's all props to Levante. Garcia to Ferran. Useless Ferran tries to make a cross, but Levante defender is there to block it. Let's see. ZZ Fee for Less says this league just started. How is VAR letting this happen? That's a good question. I mean, Hernandez barely even looked at it. Rafinha crossing two. Ooh, great cross by Rafinha. But Levante defender was there to Lamine. Lamine from outside the box. Signature shot, but the goalkeeper was there to block it. What are they asking for? Are they asking for a handball? I didn't see a handball, but the Barca players were asking for something. Oh, another counter attack by Levante. Morales has it. Juan Garcia is there to block it, but I'm pretty sure it was offside. Yeah, it was offside. Great save by Juan Garcia. I mean, it doesn't count because it was offside, but still, it was a great save by him. Money One Bill says Rafinha is good at cutting inside, but not playing as a 10 the whole game. Yeah, I think that's what we just found out today. Um, let's see. Lamine really wants to. Oh, I see what they're asking for a handball. The goalkeeper blocks Lamine's shot, and it ends up hitting the Levante player in the arm. Balde cross into the box, but Ferran is being marked by two defenders. Tefera says, remember the handball against Madrid, but we always have to win regardless of these stupid calls. Amen, my friend. There comes Lamine from the edge of the box, opens it up to Pedri, who's outside the box. Pedri with the shot. Oh! Wow, what a banger by Pedri. My goodness, that's what we needed. When you have a lot of players defending in the box, you need to start shooting from the outside. That's exactly what happens. Lamine Yamal opens it up to Pedri. Pedri from outside the box with one hell of a banger. Not the first time we've seen Pedri do this. We saw this when he did this against Real Madrid, but what a banger from outside the box. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in this game. Levante 2, Barcelona 1. As I told you, we still got this in the bag. Well, not in the bag. We still have work to do, but we got this. I mean, the first half, Barcelona were dominating. They created a lot more chances. We were unlucky. So it was just a matter of time for the dam to break and the goals to start flowing. And we got our first goal. Pedri with the banger from outside the box. It's the 49th minute. We still got plenty of time to score the second and the third. We got this. But what a shot from Pedri, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing, amazing goal by Pedri. Let me update the scoreboard. I'm so excited that I haven't even updated my scoreboard. But here we go. Bam! Levante 2, Barcelona 1. We got this. And remember, this helps because now Barcelona players are now more motivated. Levante players are going to start getting nervous. So they're going to start making mistakes. Not to mention, like I've said a million times already, I don't want to be repetitive, but for the people who just joined, the way Levante are playing is very physically and mentally taxing. You have to cover a lot of ground. You have to stay very focused. As the minutes go by, they're going to get tired. And as fatigue sets in, they're going to start making mistakes. More so now that they're nervous because Barcelona just scored their goal. So we still got this. We're in this. This is far, far from over. Barcelona's just going to have to keep their foot on the accelerator. And, we need more goals. Lamine tries to take on defender, ends up being a corner kick. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Bocamoso says Ferran Torres should have scored that. Oh, wait, I'm really behind. It says 20 minutes ago. So I'm going to scroll. I'm sorry if I skipped anyone, but I was super, super behind. Let's see. Rafinha, corner kick. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ferran Torres, who were criticizing him all first half, saying that he sucks. I mean, me included. I'm not saying you guys were, and I was praising him. Not at all. I was saying that Ferran sucks, and then he comes Ferran Torres to shut us all up. Scores a beautiful goal, by the way. Great corner kick from Rafinha, who puts it right where Ferran Torres is. All Ferran Torres has to do is stretch his leg and push it in. There is a crash between QRC and a defender. But no, it looks like the defender just throws himself. But great corner kick taken by Rafinha. Even better shot by Ferran Torres. I told you guys, this is not over. I start seeing some negative comments like, oh, the team is this. Chill, guys. Chill. This is Hansi Flick's Barca. This is not Xavi's Barca, where they would score against us and a team would fall apart. This is Flick's Barca. How many times have we come back? How many times? Against much tougher opponents. Oh, be careful with the Levante. Ooh, great positioning by Joan Garcia, who was there to block it. Levante still have the ball on the edge of the box. They try to cross, but Eddie Garcia has been on it, defensively speaking. Lamine Yamal tries to get the ball, but ends up being intercepted. Levante still have it. They're coming from the left. Ooh! Let's go. Joan Garcia, man. Joan Garcia keeping us in it. 2 saves. Levante, bro, they are causing a lot of damage with those counterattacks. But Joan Garcia with a double save. Five occasions of goal to Levante and six to Barca. That's crazy. That because it's been Barca the whole time attacking, and despite that, Levante have been able to have five chances of goal. Lamine Yamal dancing on the edge of the box, kicks it, but he gets blocked. I think had Lamine tried a shot at the top corner, it could have been better. He tried a low shot and it got blocked. But we're in it, ladies and gentlemen. We are in it. 2-2. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Big Flex Papa says, Ferran, I never doubted you. Me either, man. I believed in Ferran the whole time. Just kidding, of course. I was talking crap about Ferran. But again, the fact that he scored his goal obviously doesn't take away that he did have a bad first half. Ferran's first half was terrible. He did miss two clear chances. But, of course, now redeeming himself with the goal. So I'm not going to knock his goal. But I'm also not going to pretend like he had a great first half. His first half was terrible. But Ferran Torres shutting us all up, redeeming himself. And then look at that. Juan Garcia, first blocking Morales' shot and then blocking, I think it was Romero, the second attempt by Levante. But Juan Garcia keeping us in it. Jorge Cerda says, just took out my Coutinho jersey off and put on my Pedri jersey on. Don't do it yet. Well, you already did it. But I don't know. That corner kick from Rafinha, that was a beautiful pass. I mean, I don't think it's just Rafinha wasn't working out in the attacking mid. But, you know, he might start working out now that he's back in on the left wing. But that corner kick was very exquisite by Rafinha. I mean, he put the ball right where Ferran was. Where Ferran, all he had to do was stretch his leg and just push it in. But, oh, great pass by Pedri, but Olmo can't control it. Jason says, Barca fans need to learn how to appreciate Ferran. It's not a matter of appreciating or not appreciating Ferran. His first half was bad. Like, let's not pretend that his first half was great. It's not a matter of appreciating or not appreciating. It's just a matter of calling out what you see. You know, Rafinha, his first half was bad. Doesn't mean we don't appreciate him. Last season, he was amazing. But his first half today was bad. Ferran's first half was bad. You know, it's not a matter of appreciating it or not. It's just calling out what you see. That's all. You know, you can't be like, well, you know, he was good last season, so we're just going to pretend that his first half is amazing. Like, apples and oranges, two different things. Not the Gamer says Rafinha is the definition of an inside forward. I think I agree with that assessment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see. Where the Ernest says, is it just me or the referee looks like Levante player from a distance? Don't get me wrong. I got confused with him during the first half. There was one time where Barcelona were attacking and Levante where you defended all 11 and the block was moving and the referee was running in the same direction as all the Levante players. And yeah, I really did think that he was another Levante player. But no. Hernández is not a Levante player. He's a Madridista. He just wore, you know, they don't allow him to wear his white kit, so he wear the black uniform instead. But no. Hernández is not a Levante player. Let's not confuse it. Olmo with the cross. Ooh, Eric Garcia with the header. Who was saying in the first half? Someone was saying in a comment section, Eric Garcia needs to score a header. Well, that was very close. Great cross by Olmo. Eric Garcia there with a header. He gets pushed a little bit in the air, so he kind of loses his balance, so he's not able to head it as well as he usually does. So it ends up being in the goalkeeper's hand. But someone was saying that Eric should score a goal from a header, and he came really close. Beautiful cross by Olmo, by the way, from outside the box. Jose Fernandez says Kunde may have to work a bit more for that right back position. Yeah, I think so. I think Eric is having a phenomenal match, and this is good, by the way. This is good. I mean, competition is good. Competition only makes everyone better. Like, look, Eric Garcia being a sub last season has made him work so hard that now he surpassed Kunde. And now Kunde's probably like, crap, I lost my position. Now I need to work super hard to regain it back. And Eddie Garcia is going to be like, no, I need to work really hard to keep it. So the both of them are going to be putting in, you know, phenomenal performances because they both want that position. Competition is good, ladies and gentlemen. So this is great. I like this. Let's see. Rafinha, Ferran with the run. Rafinha's pass too long, but Lamine is there to get it. Lamine on the edge of the box. Lamine loses it, but Eric Garcia's there. Eric, oh, come on. How was that a foul? He got the ball. Come on, man. Eric Garcia's face, he's like, bruh, bruh. Let's see. Scalia says, Mo, did you see the crowd? The cameraman did it again. I didn't. I was too excited with the two goals back to back. Oh my God, Bernie says, Beanie says, it's that Pooch. I swear to God, I thought the same thing because he had the same haircut with the shirt tucked in into his shorts and his shorts pretty high up. I thought that too. I was like, is that Pooch? Pooch, you back from the MLS, bro? You didn't tell us? What's going on? There we go. Pooch with the number 24. Making out with Morales. He's like, yes, daddy. Give me some of that. Give me some sugar. Oh man. Nima says I demanded an Eric header goal. I'm still waiting. Okay, so it was Nima. Hey, it was close, man. It was close. He was pushed a little bit in the air and lost his balance and headed it a little bit weird. But had he not lost his balance in the air, I think that would have been goal. But came in close. Scalia says facts. That's a good problem to have, Mo. 100%, man. 100. That's why the reporters always with the stupid questions in Flick's press conferences is like, oh, is it a problem that you have all these midfielders? How the fuck is that a problem? Any coach would love any of Barca's midfielders. Just one. Any of them. Frankie, Olmo, Fermin, Gavi, Pedri, any of them. And Flick has all of them. How is that a problem? Oh, it's gonna be tough for him to choose. Oh my God, poor thing, right? It's like, oh, what am I gonna drive today? My Ferrari, my Lambo? Yeah, okay, that's a problem. Sometimes reporters, man, they ask the dumbest questions. Lamine Yamal on the edge of the box. Ooh, Lamine passes it to the penalty box, but the Levante defender read the play well and was there for the interception. Not the gamer says Carlos Alvarez, Levante's best attacker, in my opinion, getting subbed on. You mean Morales? I think it was Morales who came off. I think because Morales is older now, so he just doesn't have the stamina to run the full 90 minutes, Nima says Hernandez is so dumb they had to name him twice so he will forget his name. That's probably well actually. So I don't know if you know this, Nima. I don't know what your ethnic background is, but Latinos and Spaniards, I guess Hispanics, I should say, they have two last names because their first last name is their father's last name, and the second last name is their mother's, right? So if he has the two same last names, Hernandez, that means his mother and his father have the same last names, which means cousins? I don't know. That would explain why he's so dumb. Maybe his parents are cousins, and that's why their both last names are Hernandez. But that's funny. That's funny. Bobby says Lamine isn't that good today. I don't know, man. Lamine was cooking. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if you're watching a different game. I mean, he's been unsuccessful in a few dribbles, but not even Messi was successful with every single of his dribbles. But Jason says, agree on Prasco. Araujo is so good. Who's Prasco? Is that someone who commented earlier? Or did I miss something? Bito says, what's going on with Rooney's situation? Still not registered? Now they're talking about maybe sending him out on loan. Well done, Deco and Laporta. Well done. Barca fan says, thanks to FC Barcelona YouTube page to put the chat members forum that I found. Mo's channel. I'm stuck here now. Good to go. Really? From the Barca YouTube page? Wait, what game was that? Oh, Ferran Torres. Ooh, Ferran Torres, man. Trying to pull a Messi. Took the ball and ran with it. Took on two players, but got taken. Oh, Lamine getting ready for his shot. He can't find space. Passes it to Balde. Balde back to Lamine. Now Lamine on the left. Cross into the box. But it gets blocked. Man, these Levante players are on it. They don't want Lamine to get that shot out. They know if that shot comes out, it's game over. Barca fan says L to FC Barcelona YouTube page. Was it a preseason game? I do remember commenting. Was it Barca Femini? I remember commenting on one of the matches live. on a Barca YouTube. It wasn't the preseason matches in Asia though. But remind me, which game was it? Not the gamer says Hernandez has a mental deformity from being inbred on the part of his parents. Yeah, I tell you. I mean, Hernandez. I'm telling you, his parents are cousins, bro. All right, Levante with the counter attack. But Ricky Puig with the bad pass. Ricky, bro, you got used to playing in LA. Now it's not working for you. Uh, Scalio Santos says, "What do you mean? Lamine just provided an assist for Pedri for the first goal. Whoever said that?" I agree. I was like, Lamine is not good today. I was like, what? What game are we watching? Are you watching a replay of a different match? Ernest says, "Football is not all about dribbling. If famine can't get past his man, damn, who's hungry? Who's going through famine? I hope the players are not going through famine. It's gonna be difficult to play when you're malnourished. He can put in a cross. So I see Kunde's warming up. So maybe we'll see a repeat of Mallorca with Kunde coming in for Eric. Look at that, man. They're showing the replay of Pedri's banger. The Microsoft computer said he had a 1.4% chance of scoring that. I don't know how they come up with those stats, by the way. I swear to God, they just make them up. Sometimes you see a goal where like the center forward is in front of goal, no goalkeeper just pushes it in. And like he had a 0.002 of making that. I'm like, no, he had a 99.9% shot making that. He's literally in front of goal and there's nobody. All you have to do is push it. I swear they just make this shit up. Edward says, how do you think Rashford did? Not the right crosses or not enough movement. I thought he made the runs, but into what spaces? Yeah, I don't think Rashford had much impact. He had a couple of dribbles. He had one cool nutmeg, but he had a good quick release to Balde, where Balde makes a cross into the penalty box, and Ferran is there to push it in, but it was too weak. So that could have been a good play, but well, it was a good play, but it could have been a good goal, but it wasn't a good goal. It wasn't a goal at all. But overall, yeah, not a lot of impact by Rashford. Not a lot of impact, which is normal. The first few matches, he's still getting used to his new teammates, new system, new coach, new opponents. He's never played in La Liga, so we'll see. Right now, it's too early to pass judgment. Now, if it's half the season and he's still being this as impactful as today, then yeah, then we have a problem. But right now, ooh, great interception by Cuarci, man. Oh, Joan Garcia paying attention to that, comes off his line and intercepts that cross. Barca fan says since the season started, they put their channel in members only. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that. Bito says we just got Rooney. He played what 2 to 3 matches, and that's it. He's going already, man. This guy Deco, yeah, man. Fuck. Poor Rooney too. Like imagine you sign for Barca, you're like biggest opportunity of your life, and then you have to leave because the sporting director and the president of your dream club is fucking incompetent people who don't have a plan. Not the gamer says on the real note though, Puig has been injured for almost a year, and because of that, the reigning Miss Champions LA Galaxy is last place in the MLS. Oh, interesting. I had no idea that Puig was injured, and I had no idea that the LA Galaxy were last because I don't know anything about the MLS. I don't watch the MLS. I don't know what's going on. This game is starting to get a little bit not as fluid as it was going. There's been a lot of stops, a lot of fouls. Uh, we need the game to get back to being fluid game so Barcelona can continue building. Jose Fernandez says Puig number 24, LOL. Yeah, man, it's Puig, bro. I'm telling you. Puig came back. He's like, all right, enough. I don't want MLS anymore. I want La Liga. So he's playing for Levante. Let's see. Barca fan says Rashford wasn't in the game. I guess more exposure to the Spanish type league, and he'd show he worth as a starter. As for now, I suggest he come in the last 20. Yeah, not a lot of impact. There's a replay. Rafinha's great corner kick, and then there was Ferran. Just has to push it in. By the way, Ferran was able to make that shot while he was being held by a Levante defender. That was really good. That was really good. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Joshua says, I think Rooney is suited for this match as a sub for Lamine. And BR says, Labem o Barça. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Joshua says, yes, Puig has an ACL, I think. Oh, okay. I did not know that. That sucks, man. ACL injuries, they take so long to heal and they're so painful. Barca fan says, can't wait for Rooney to be on the pitch. Amen, my friend. Amen. Wait, Barca fan is screaming goal. Am I behind? Are we about to see a goal? Or what's? Or are you just messing with me? This Barca fan is saying goal, but I don't see a goal. The game is stopped right now. Right now, Levante's goalkeeper is about to clear the ball, and oh, foul on Gabi. Let's see. Nima says Hernandez, call your mama, let her know she's got many dates tonight. Eric to Lamine. Oh, Lamine takes on Puig. Lamine with the run. Lamine with the run. Lamine cuts in the middle. Opens it to Pedri. Pedri to Balde. Balde in the edge of the box to Rafinha. Rafinha crosses it in the middle. Ferran Torres. Damn, Ferran Torres puts it in the top left corner, but the Levante goalkeeper was there. That was a really soft header by Ferran, by the way. Ferran should have put a little bit more power to it. Man. Not the gamer says, ever since I started watching football as a Barca fan, I always liked keeping up with former players, and that's how I know about other leagues. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Damn, 10 shots on goal by Barca and only 2 goals. We need to improve on our conversion rate. Lamine Yamal to Ferran. Oh, Ferran loses the ball. There's Araujo. Shane Austin says, I think it's a good time to bring on Kunde and Lewy. Rafinha to Olmo, but Levante defenders there to block it, but it bounces back to Lamine. Lamine on the edge of the box. Lamine to Olmo. Olmo back to Lamine, and Lamine. Terrible shot. But it ends up landing at Rafinha. Rafinha puts it back in the box, but Ferran is not able to do anything with it. Man, that would have been a beautiful goal. Olmo in tight spaces is magical. I gotta say that. I mean, that pass from Olmo to Lamine, he had like 3 defenders on him, and he gets the ball, he's able to receive the ball and immediately release it to Lamine, but Lamine is falling, so ends up sending the ball flying where Rafinha was. But that would have been a beautiful goal. Another corner kick. Levante goalkeeper comes off and punches it. Oh, beautiful win by Pedri. Pedri to Eric. Eric to Olmo. Olmo with the shot. And the Levante goalkeeper there to block it, to catch it. Man, Barcelona not taking the foot off the accelerator. They're still creating chances. They want their 3rd and their 4th and their 5th. Out the gamer says Hernandez is a African politician who said corruption is bad, but if he's part of it, it's good. And Bito says, Mo, have you seen Adam Corwell and Fao Diallo highlights? Man, they are Lamine replicas. I have seen the highlights of Adam. I haven't seen of Diallo yet. But yeah, Adam, man, with his big fro, like his curly hair. And it's so funny because he's like this tiny little guy and his hair is bigger than him. Kind of like a mini Cucurella. And yeah, he's dribbling. Obviously, he's still very young, so we'll see how he progresses. But yeah, his highlights are very impressive. The way he controls the ball is very impressive. Oh, Lamine takes on Puig. Man, Puig getting embarrassed by Lamine. This is like the 2nd or 3rd time. Oh, again. Lamine, gets his shot out, but gets blocked. Gets deflected by a Levante defender, so now it's going to corner kick. Barca fan says, Mo, we need a weekly link up freestyle live. Take the fan suggestion and questions and let's vibe. So I do that every Saturday. It's called the MoCast. Yeah, it is for channel members only, but I do that every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where it's just kind of like ask whatever you want. It doesn't matter if it's football related, if it's life related. Um, we do it. Jose says 68th minute, Mo. Any more subs in your opinion? I think Lewy for the last 15 minutes. Just put him in the box and get him passes, and just rely on him to push one of those passes in. I think Levante are about to park the bus even more. They're probably gonna make some more defensive adjustments and then just hold on for the last 16 minutes. Let's see. Jose Fernandez says one thing about Ferran: he gives 100% effort and he is committed to Barca greatness. Yeah, but again, I don't want to knock what Ferran did with the second goal, but sometimes effort is not everything. You know, if I got signed by Barca tomorrow, I would definitely put 100% effort. I mean, it's Barca, right? But that wouldn't mean much because I suck. So effort is not everything. Yes, you got to put in 100%, but you also need, skills and talent to go with it. Not the gamer says, say Mo, why did Cucurella leave Barca? I saw some clips of when he played for Barca as a left winger and he was cooking. Because at that time, Bartomeu was obsessed with just spending the club's money and constantly signing players ahead of the academy players. So during that time, a lot of academy players left because it's like they kept seeing the club signing and signing and signing. They're like, all right, what about me? Like, how am I going to ever make it to the first team if the club just keeps signing players? So Cucurella left. He was like, a lot of players left because of that. Because, that's what Bartomeu did. He constantly signed players and ignored the academy. Gold CJ Messi says, Mo, do you think with the Barca news, people blame Tebas as an scapegoat when your board is also to blame with our problems? Oh, Lewy and Christensen coming in. Let's go. Christensen for Araujo. I'm guessing Lewy's going to be for Ferran, obviously, unless something crazy happens. But yeah, I think it's a combination of both. Obviously, La Liga is mismanaged by Tebas. There is a lot of things at Tebas that does hurt the club. Oh, interesting. Balde out for Lewy. Huh. So I guess he's going to play with probably a line of three defenders. We're probably going to see Christensen, Eric, and Kuwarsi. Probably Kuwarsi in the middle, Eric on the right, and Christensen on the left. And he's probably going to do a line of four attackers with Ferran and Lewy going through the middle and Rafinha and Lamine feeding them balls from the flanks. And of course, to the middle to Gabi, Pedri, and Olmo. But interesting change. It looks like Flick is going all out. He's like, fuck it. We either win or we sink. But yeah, I think it's a combination of both. La Liga is mismanaged. Tebas does do a lot of things that does hurt Barca, but the board also, or Laporta also does do a lot of things that are bad. And, a lot of fans don't want to accept that, so they just want to put everything on La Liga. And again, La Liga has done their fair share, but it's not everything on them. A lot of things that are on the board. The same way that not everything is the board's fault, some things are La Liga's fault. But, people just want to blame one or the other when it's both. Well, it's mostly people want to just blame La Liga on for everything, but there's a lot of things that it's the board also to blame. Dani Olmo to Lewy, Lewy to Pedri, Pedri opens it up to Coutinho. Big Flex Papa says, yeah, Xavi Simons is a good example of that. I think Olmo too. I think Olmo also left because of that. Pedri to Eric. Eric to Lamine. Lamine to Olmo. Oh, Eric there to intercept it. Back to Lamine. Lamine to Olmo. Olmo has the ball. The shot. The shot was going out, but the Levante player clears it. Lands to Eric. Now Olmo has it. Olmo to Eric. Eric to Gabi. And Gabi's conduction has improved so much. Ferran with the cross. Ooh, Levante player, defender there to clear it. Man, having Lewy and Ferran, you can see the effect already. There's always one of them is always loose because now Levante don't know who to mark, right? Because the number 9 is always the focal player, and if Ferran is the focal player, he's the 9. You just mark him. But now you have Ferran and Lewy, and he's like, all right, who do I mark? I mark Ferran. Oh wait, Lewy's loose. Let me go mark Lewy. Oh wait, Ferran is loose. Pedri. Pedri gets the cross, but it's deflected, and now corner kick for Barca. We still have about 11 minutes plus the aggregate time. We'll see what Barcelona can pull. Eddie says, wasn't the game for Casado to start. Game change with Gavi. Yeah, agree. I think Gavi had made a lot of difference when he came in the midfield. But also the changes that we made up front. Rafinha moving back to the left. He's more effective now than when he was as a cam. All right. Corner kick. William Castro says, I don't know who's making the mistake in our defense. We are in big problem with this defense. I really, really miss Martinez. I don't think we're making big mistakes with the defense. I mean, yeah, we've been caught several times on the counterattacks, but overall, the defense has responded. The first goal, it was kind of like what's his name? Romero really fakes Pau Cubarsí, which happens. The second one is a penalty kick, so I don't know what big mistakes you're seeing. Let's see. Mantamanti says, I dated Deco's girlfriend. How was it, bro? And where was she from? Share the deets. Wait. Pedri to Gabi. Oh, great control by Gabi. Opens it up to Lamine. Lamine crossed to the box, but there was no one there. Rafinha to Lewy. Lewy was pushed. I feel like Lewy could have kept going. I don't know why Lewy gave up on that one and went for the foul. I feel like Lewy could have fought for that one. I don't know why he just gave up and went to the ground. But goal there, CJ missed. Okay, let me see the replay. Hold on. So Lewy is being held. He crashes with the Levante defender. Levante defender goes to the ground like he just got shot in the head by a sniper. Rafinha to Lewy. Lewy controls. Tries to... Levante defender does put his leg in between Lewandowski's legs. I think that's a penalty, guys. I think that's a penalty. Unless he gives foul on Lewandowski because Lewandowski crashes with the Levante defender. Yeah, of course. It's fucking Hernandez. He's a piece of shit. Says Low says, I can't watch the game, but I got Barca news. Not the gamer says 2 strikers, no left back. Yeah. He's playing with a line of 3 defenders and 4 attackers. So it's like a 3-2-1-4. Yeah, 3-2-1-4. Big Flex Papa says penalty. I guess they counted it as a foul on Lewy because Lewy does push a Levante defender before that whole sequence begins that leads to the penalty. I don't know. Young Braveheart says they're going to call the foul. Dude was flopping. Yeah, it was a flop. I mean, the guy went to the ground, grabbing his face like a sniper just shot him. And, like, when are we going to start punishing that? Like, people are always mad at refs when they make mistakes. But what about the players when they fake injuries and fake fouls? I mean, you're lying to the ref. You want him to make a mistake. So if you get mad at refs making mistakes, you should get mad at the players who are trying to induce the ref to make a mistake by faking fouls and, going down to the ground like they just got hit by a fucking bus going 80 miles an hour. Like, when are we going to start punishing that fucking behavior? Like, enough is enough. You go down to the ground, yellow card. That's it. Unless it's a legit foul, obviously. Ooh, offsides. Yeah, offsides. Christensen read that play and immediately takes a step back, and that's how he gets the offsides. All right, let's see. We got 7 minutes plus aggregate time to turn, not to turn this around, but to win this. Um, let's see. Oh. Lowy fighting for it. Rafinha gets the ball.
Ooh, Rafinha! Rafinha! Oh, great shot by Rafinha, but it's blocked by Levante's goalkeeper. I told you guys yesterday, remember in yesterday's podcast, I said this is going to be a goalkeeper showdown. Campos, the Levante goalkeeper, he was the best goalkeeper in second division last season. Lamine. Nobody was there to push it. Lamine is getting frustrated. That's not good. That's not good. We cannot start getting frustrated. But yeah, Campos, the Levante goalkeeper last season, had the most blocks, most saves in second division. Actually, that was a little bit lucky. Rafinha gets the shot out, gets deflected by a Levante defender, and Campos, as he's diving, the ball hits him. Wow, man. All right, we got time. We got time. 6 minutes plus aggregate. And remember, they took a hydration break. So we probably get. Oh, Kunde's coming in for Eric. Okay. We got to refresh some legs. Let me see. Jose Fernandez says, I think it's a penalty, but it looks like a sales pitch by our. Yeah, Lewandowski definitely, when he feels the Levante's player's leg, he definitely, loosens up his body and kind of goes to the ground. But it could have been a penalty kick, honestly. Um, but they counted the foul before that. Not the gamer says, I think Levante will survive relegation this year. What do you think? I think so. They look good to me, honestly. For a team that just got promoted, I mean, they look better than Espanyol last season. And the only reason Espanyol stayed in because Juan Garcia saved their asses. And now without Juan Garcia, I don't know. But I don't know. Levante looks good to me. I mean, the way they defend, they're very organized. And their counterattacks are lethal. I can see Levante surviving relegation as long as they keep playing like this, obviously. It's too early to tell. But I got to say, playing like this is very exhausting. So I don't know if Levante will be able to maintain that. But if they can maintain that, I can see them surviving relegation. Now, of course, Levante don't have to play Champions League and their players usually during FIFA international breaks stay home because they don't get called up. So they play a lot less matches. Their players can sustain a higher level of intensity. So, but I could see them maintaining this. Nima S says no one on second post. Come on, people. Yeah, that's why Lamine got so mad because he drives the ball in, takes on 4 or 5 defenders, puts up the ball. All needs to be done is push it. Oh, great pass by Lamine to Olmo. Olmo to Ferran. Ferran falls. Kunde. Kunde. Come on, Kunde. It goes too wide. Great pass by Lamine. Man, another chance. Another chance. Great pass from Lamine to Olmo. Goes back to Ferran. Ferran keeps fighting for it. Passes it to Kunde as he's on the ground. But Kunde kicks it too wide. Man, there's too many wasted chances. Too many wasted chances. We need to convert more because this is probably like 12th, 14th shot on goal. Or chance, I should say. And only 2 of them converted. Alarm says Rafinha is playing left back. I don't think so. I think he's just coming down to help. He's probably playing more like a wing back. All right, Gabi to Kunde. Come on. The pitch is open. Kunde to Lamine. Lamine cuts in the middle. That's a play where Lamine should have been more selfish, actually, and took the kick. But he decided to pass to Olmo, and the pass got intercepted. Let's see. Jose Fernandez says Christensen is better in the system than Araujo. I wonder if he starts over Araujo next match. Yeah, like Christensen has only been on pitch for a few minutes, but those few minutes were impressive. Not like impressive, but like he looks more comfortable. Man, what a game. What a game. This should have been like 2-5 at this point.
with so many wasted chances. Let's see. Ferran to Olmo. Olmo to Lamine. Lamine to Kunde. Back to Lamine. Lamine driving the ball. Kick gets taken down right at the edge of the box. And a yellow card to the Levante defender. This is a good place to have a free kick from. We just need to take it quick though, because a lot of times these free kicks take 3, 4, 5 minutes to just set up. Yeah, it was outside. It was outside. I was trying to see the replay, see if it was in, but it was definitely outside. Scalia says Kunde. Oh man, I know that wide shot by Kunde. Ima says Kunde used to know how to shoot with the outside foot. Let's see. All right, who's gonna take it? We got 4 players lining up. Well, no, actually, Lamine is walking away, so it's definitely not going to be Lamine. There's Rafinha, there's Olmo, and there is Lewy. I saw him standing there, but my guess is gonna be Rafinha. That's my guess. Let's see. Mm, yeah, it's definitely gonna be Rafinha. He's taking 2, 3 steps back. All right, let's see. Here we go. Rafinha. Hits the wall. Cubarsi with the shot that gets blocked. But Pedri still has it. Damn it, Rafinha. Oh, come on. Fuck you, Hernandez. Oh, the player went down because he blocked the ball. What the fuck, man? It's a contact sport. You're going to stop the game every time there's someone feels a little bit in pain. Like, what the fuck? Man. Why does he go down? It's not even a head injury. All right. 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes for Barcelona to score a goal and get the 3 points. This is not the time to be dropping points. Let's see. Lamine Yamal gets the ball stolen from him, but there is Gabi to get it back. Gabi to Christensen. Christensen to Cubarsi. Come on, Barca. We got this. Oh, Lele. Oh, la. Ooh. Beautiful. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Man, that was a great cross by Lamine. And I'm pretty sure it hit a Levante player and ends up going in, because I didn't see any Barca players connect with it. But it was a great cross by Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. I'm pretty sure I didn't see anyone else connect with it. So either it's everybody thought. Let me see. All right, here we go. Here's a replay. Lamine floats it in the air. Yeah, it's an own goal. It's an own goal. Lamine floats it beautifully in the air. And then the Levante defender is too focused on Ferran Torres, loses sight of the ball, and ends up hitting the ball with his head and scores. I'll take it. I'll take it. That guy, though, man, it must really suck to be. Was it Ricky Puig? No, I don't think it was Ricky Puig. No, it wasn't Ricky Puig. It wasn't Ricky Puig. Damn. Hey, let's go. Let's go. All right, now Barca cannot fall asleep. We got 5 minutes left on the game. It cannot, we cannot. And Levante, look, they've advanced all their lines. I mean, that's it. They don't got nothing to lose, right? They're losing, so they're gonna go all out. So Barcelona cannot fall asleep right now. Olmo opens it up to Lamine. Here we go. Lamine cuts in the middle. It gets blocked, but Olmo wins it back. And of course, the Levante player acting like someone just hacked off his leg with a saw. Lamine to Olmo. Come on. Let's bury a fourth one in. Let's bury a fourth one in. We gotta end this. We gotta put the nail in the coffin. We cannot relax. Levante we see how dangerous they are with their counterattacks. By the way, I gotta say this. I really like what I saw from Levante today, and I think we could say that, right? Without anyone freaking out, like, "Oh, Mo is a Levante," because they always say I'm a Madridista because I crees la Porta. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I really liked what I saw from Levante today. People might be like, "Oh, Mo is from Levante. He's not a Barca fan because he's praising Levante." Uzi, my man, you just woke up, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You missed a crazy game. We were down 2-0, and now we're up 2-3. Oh man, let's go. Nima says they were playing with 12 men, and for a second they were 11 on goal. LOL. Yeah, man. Scalio says I just hit my parlay too, mobile. Let's go. Scalios hit his parlay. How much did you win? And are you gonna buy me something like a beer, not like flowers or something? No homo. A beer, a beer. Says Low says, yeah, baby, let's fucking go. Yeah, let's go. And Mesamola says, guys, why are we shocked with Laporta lying? I mean, he used to be a lawyer and a politician back in the day. I don't know why people always think that lawyers lie. That's not what we do. We're actually, if you lie as a lawyer, you get easily disbarred. You easily lose your license. So I don't know where that came from. Uh, and plus, remember, as lawyers, we're just communicating what our client tells us. We're just agents of the client. So if my client tells me, "Hey, this is what I did," I gotta relay that to the other side. Like, "Hey, my client says this is what he did." If he's lying to me or if he's lying in general, that's not on me. I'm just his agent as a lawyer. But lying on purpose, you can get in a lot of trouble. It's very easy to lose your license as a lawyer, and more so if you're caught lying. Very, very easy. Jose Fernandez says, by the way, Christensen plays with decisiveness. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't doubt his decisions. You can see him confident. Araujo, a lot of times, he looks a little nervous, a little scared, like he's not too sure if he's doing the right. And it has to do, of course, with Araujo, going from being the number one center back in Barcelona, definitive starter. Nobody was going to take his spot. He goes from that to third, maybe even fourth center back last season. So I think that has kind of left a mark on him where a lot of times he just looks a little nervous, like he's not too sure. Should I pass it? Should I keep it? But Christian always looks like he's 100% sure about his decision. Like, this is what I'm going to do, and it's the right decision, and I'm going to stick to it. Let's see. Olmo to Rafinha opens it up to Lamine. Too far. Goalkeeper was there. Dorian says, unfortunately, the ref will have to go into the Levante's locker room with an apology note for letting them down today. No, I think the referee is going to have to call Papa Perez and be like, hey, bro, sorry, man. I tried my best. I tried to have Levante win, but, it just didn't work. I'm sorry. Please still wire me the money. I got bills to pay. I'm kidding, of course. I don't think Papa Perez pays referees. He doesn't need to, right? The pressure is there. AN1ZHV says, just got 100 euros in Barcelona winning by 1 goal. All right, let's go. I wanted Barca to score another goal just to put a nail in the coffin, but I don't want you to lose your 100 euros. So let's hope the game ends 2-3. Oh, Lewy, they held them. Young Braveheart says, what a play, Gabi. Yeah, Gabi should have started today. When Gabi came in, he definitely changed the midfield. The Flick definitely did the right thing with the substitutions. Olmo was better in that position than Rafinha, even though his impact wasn't as big. Gabi was much better, had a much impact once he came in. Bringing Lewandowski and Ferran really worked wonders because we saw more chances being created because Levante just had two more players to cover and they just didn't know who to cover. Took away the focal point, right? Before, all you had to do was mark Ferran. Now you have Ferran and Lewy. You're like, shit, who do I mark? Shan says, I think Ronald doubts himself a lot too because he's not a great passer. Yeah. You see Araujo really confident when he's chasing down a defender. You see him because Araujo can chase down defenders all day. Chase them down, catch up to them, and take the ball away from them. But yeah, when it comes to passing, I think because he does lack that ability, he gets nervous. Like, he's scared. Like, shit, what if I pass it and I lose it or it gets intercepted? Hey, it's already 98th minute. And referee is still to blow yet to blow the whistle. Hernandez, man. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Second victory in a row of the season. Levante 2, Barcelona 3. Really hard fought match. Uh, really tough match for Barcelona. Despite Barcelona being dominant in the first half, created a lot more chances. Levante, tactically speaking, were absolutely impeccable. They were defending really, really well. Very organized backline. I mean, they were defending with all 11 players. Very organized block, I should say, not even backline. Very organized block. They were constantly reading Barcelona's play really well, reading the players' movements really well, intercepting passes, intercepting shots, blocking shots. Very, very well organized in the back. Really good job by Levante defending, and then their counterattacks were just absolutely lethal. Their first counterattack, I mean, beautiful counterattack that gives Levante the first goal. They had more counterattacks that were pretty lethal, but thankfully Barcelona were able to prevent them from scoring goal. One of their counterattacks ends up being a penalty, not a penalty whatsoever. Yes, it hits Balde's arm, but his arm is stuck to his body. Plus, if the arm is not there, the torso is. So it's not like the arm prevented the ball from getting where it was supposed to get. Not a penalty at all. Not surprised. It's Hernandez. Hernandez is a piece of shit. He's always been a piece of shit. He awards the penalty 2-0 going to halftime. Second half, Hansi Flick, brilliant substitutions, brings in Gabi for Casado, who completely revolutionized the midfield, completely changed it, he breathed life into it, gave it more punch, more organization. Um, what's his name? Rafinha opens up to the left again. Much more effective Rafinha on the left than he was during the first half in the attacking midfield position. And then Olmo comes in attacking midfield position. He did have more impact than Rafinha. And with that, the team just like became more dangerous than they were in the first half. They created a lot more chances. We wasted a lot of chances too. And then, there comes the first goal by who scored the first goal again? I'm forgetting. Second goal was by Ferran, and then the third goal was an own goal by Levante. But Barcelona mounting yet another comeback. 2-3, 3 points, 6 out of 6. Very hard fought match, but we take the victory, we celebrate, and let's do some comments before ending the watch along. And then, of course, I will be doing the post match analysis later on. And of course, I will be doing the news videos. Let me just stop the timer on here since the match um, already ended. Let's see. Jose Fernandez says, at least we didn't win 1-0 from a penalty. Amen to that, my friend. Amen. Nima says, I'm going to watch Faisal now. LOL. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Hamad Omar says, Bis Calvarsa. Amen, my friend. Bis Calvarsa. Sammy Sunny says, Faisal was saying it was a penalty. Again, I don't know who that is. Eddie Rodriguez says, Gabi for Casado. Changed the game. Absolutely. Patrick says, hi, Mo. Hope you and Marshall are doing good. Hope you like the gift. I love the gift. It was a beautiful gift. I have it right here. I've eaten half of it already. I don't know if I want to eat the whole thing because, you know, it's Marshall's face. I don't want to eat Marshall's face, but the gift was absolutely brilliant. I've enjoyed it. Just a Baja. No, wait. You told me how you say it. It's not Bajan. It's something else. I completely forgot. Please let me know again. I'm sorry, but it's people from Barbados. I remember that. Says we shouldn't be surprised on that penalty call from Hernandez. No, we shouldn't because, again, he's a piece of shit referee. Joe Williams says, Mo, Atletico dropped points again. Oh, actually, let me see. How did the Atletico match end? Atletico, they suck, but so does El Chole Simeone. He also sucks, but let's see. Atletico, yeah, they drew against Elche. They lost their first match. They have 1 out of 6 points. Good job, El Cholo Simeone. Nima says, bye for now, Mr. Hernandez. Yeah, fuck Mr. Hernandez. Edward says, Kunde and Lamin are better, I think. I don't know. I really liked Eric Garcia's playtime. Yeah, I think he did really, really well. Yeah, Kunde and Lamin do combine together better, but that's because they played all of last season together, right? Eddie Garcia didn't start playing right back until the final few matches of last season. So obviously they still need to develop that chemistry between them. But I really, really liked Eddie Garcia's match today. Young Braveheart says, you seen Ferran flirting with Flake? Yeah, that was funny. William Castro says, Garcia really had a bad day today. I think he had an okay day. He did make some mistakes, but he also did have some good saves. I wouldn't say a bad day. I would say an average. I would say maybe like a 6.57, but I wouldn't say bad completely. Heart Wemo says, let's go. What a comeback. Amen, my friends. Amen. And Kay says Hernandez wouldn't get his bonus. No, no bonus for him. Let's see. Alexis says we could have won, scored 5 goals. Yeah, we wasted a lot of chances. Wait. All right, here we go. They're gonna show the replay. There's Levante's goal. Really great counter, by the way. From the left, they open it up all the way to the right. From the right, puts it in the middle. Romero fakes Cubarsi to the Patez is going to go to the left, goes to the right, fakes Cubarsi completely, gets enough space to kick it, and then even though Araujo tries to be there to cover for Cubarsi, it was too late. Nothing for Juan Garcia to do, and then that was Levante 1. Here's a chance that they're showing the chance that Ferran Torres misses it. Brilliant pass by Pedri in between 4 defenders to Ferran, leaves Ferran hand to hand with the goalkeeper, and then he just like hits the post, man. Ferran, what the hell? Terrible first half by Ferran, by the way. I'm very happy he scored a second goal by terrible first half by Ferran. Ferran cannot start. I think he has to be a sub. And there goes the second goal by Levante. How the fuck was that a penalty kick? I have no idea again. Balde's arm stuck to his body. Right behind the arm is the torso. So if it didn't hit the arm, it hits the torso. Juan Garcia reacts late, and it's 2-0. There's the banger by Pedri. My God, man. Pedri's goal. How did I forget that? I forgot who scored the first goal. Pedri's banger. My goodness, man. My goodness. Kind of like the goal that he scored against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. There's Barcelona's second goal. Rafinha with a corner kick. Beautiful corner kick by Rafinha. Puts it right where Ferran Torres is. All Ferran Torres has to do is stretch his leg and score. Not to take away from Ferran's shot, of course. He's actually being held by a Levante player, and he still manages to score. And then Barca's... they're showing the penalty on Lewy. I think it could have been a penalty, but of course they called a foul before that. I mean, Levante's defender puts his leg in between Lewandowski's legs, and Lewandowski cannot go anywhere. I mean, he has like 3 legs at this point. But you know, it's Hernandez, so good job, Hernandez. Lamine with the third goal floats it. The Levante defender completely loses sight of the ball. He's so focused on Ferran that he loses track of the ball in the air, and the ball hits him in the head. 2-3, 3 points. Beautiful. Blasco says we need to accept the 30 mil for Casado. No, absolutely not. Let's see. It says Faisal is a Madrid fan channel. He watches Barca matches. Oh, okay. I had no idea. Norvin Vargas says, how did the homie forget who scored after that banger? Come on, man. Sorry, man. Too much info in my head. Too much Barca info. With all the views, all the news videos and the podcasts and the post-match live analysis and the watch-alongs and the mocasts and there's too much info, too many names, too much stuff to remember. Vincent says Hansi Flick has told Levante to hold his porridge, come back. Zaydan says, good thing Flick didn't take Ferran off. I mean, sure, yeah. But it's not like, Ferran won us the match with his brilliance. He scored the goal. Of course, I'm very happy for that. But there's a lot of chances that could have been scored by someone else, like Lewy. But I think it was a brilliant plan by Flick to put in Ferran and Lewy. That definitely, I think, opened up spaces because there was just one more striker that Levante had to worry about. Hart says, Mo, you already forgot Pedri Golazo. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot that. Sraman says, Madrid dogs crying in the corner. Yeah, let them cry. Street Fighter says, we did not play well. Actually, I thought we played well. I mean, we never took the foot off the accelerator. We constantly put pressure on Levante. We were constantly creating chances. What we didn't do well is finish, but we played well. I wouldn't say we didn't play well. I thought Barcelona played well. We just couldn't finish well. That's what we didn't. That's what we were lacking. Jose Fernandez says, Mo, I love your dedication. Thank you, sir. Well, thank you, my friend, and thank all of you who joined me in the post-match. In the watch along. I really, really enjoyed it. Exit says, comebacks are a specialty. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. When facing us, true Barcelona fans unite here. Amen, my friend. Kirch Olokuta says, Rashford wasn't bad today. We fought and we won. I just don't think he did much. I don't want to say he was bad, but he wasn't good either. He didn't have, much impact on the game on the match. King says, "Your honest opinion, Mo, how do we stop goals like Levante's first goal? Those switch off plays could be our Achilles heel. The offside trap, and if it doesn't work, then just pray to God because when you have passes like that and you're already caught with a high line, it's just very very difficult to defend. There's not much you can do, so you just gotta be very very precise with your offside line to where you don't even have to worry about those switch plays because the player's already offside. So I think that's the best way. Prince says, bro, don't you think Gabi deserves the man of the match? Gabi did change the midfield a lot, but I mean, Pedri was there the whole game. So I think that's why they gave it to him. But I mean, the two of them did an amazing job. But Pedri did it for both halves. Gabi only did it for one half. So I think that's why. So Heidi says Hernandez is so stupid. His parents had to name. Oh wait, I already read that. Let's see. Vincent says Rashford has a lot more work to do than I thought. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Young Braveheart says I thought Rashford okay, maybe not good for the Tea Park in the bus. Vincent says Ferran needs to be sharp on goal, not this fafara I'm seeing. Yeah, I agree. Mikael says Mo, who we are going to a bit tested? Huh? I don't think I understand the question. Joshua says Christensen and Kuwarsi will work better to keep our offside trap. I think all the side of Kuwarsi got better once Araujo went off. I agree. I agree. Even though Christensen was only on the field for 15, 20 minutes, I just saw him a lot more decisive and a lot more confident in his decision making than Araujo. Sean says in the 90s and 2000s, late in the game, it's called Fergie time. Now it's Barca. We should call it Flick time or Hansi time. I like Flick time. I like Flick time. Vincent says poor performance from Casado. I don't think it was poor, but it wasn't impactful. I think Casado had some. He did good in tracking back and helping with the defense whenever we were caught on counters. But going forward, that's when he wasn't as impactful as Gabi. So it wasn't poor. He just wasn't as impactful as Gabi. Randomized says, what a game. Levante played like Warriors. That was close. I agree. Really good game by Levante. Really good game by Levante, by the way. Remember, this is a team that just got promoted from second division. And they played better than a lot of the first division teams. I mean, tactically speaking, they were impeccable. Their defending was so organized and their counterattacks were so lethal. I mean, that's all I got to say about Levante. Good job, Levante. Good job. If they keep playing like this, I think they should have a great shot of staying in first division. I think they played better than many of the first division teams. And remember, this is a second division team that just got promoted. They have no stars. No, I mean, besides Morales, I don't know who else they have that you're like, oh wow, what a player. And yet they played so well. I mean, they do have Ricky Puig, I guess. Power Nap says Yamal does not have as much space to maneuver when Kunde is not on the game. Kunde does outside runs. Garcia always goes inside and clogs up the middle. Yeah, that's the difference. Is Kunde gives you better runs, where Garcia gives you better buildup. But I mean, the two of them really good. Hamad Omar says Madridista excuse now is that Levante helped Barca to win. Yeah, no, they're gonna say it was the ref. It was the ref. Should have been 5 penalties instead of just 1. And Balde should have gotten a red card. Vincent said, I will be watching Barca B because of our star boy, Mofa King, South African gem. And Isaac says, when we are over all this registration circus about money problems, I would love Flick to still be our coach. I can't even imagine a team he would build gonna be crazy. Indeed. But, Flick is not really looking to be as a coach for too long because he wants to retire and enjoy time with his family. So, see, I mean, I'll have him for as long as he wants to stay, obviously. We'll see how long that will be. Sam Sunny says, hey, Mo, Fermin was subbed instead of Olmo. Would it change anything? I think this was a better match for Olmo because Olmo's much better in tight spaces. And that's exactly what this game was, tight spaces, because Levante, man, they were just taking up all the space. But anyways, that is all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching this match with me. Crazy match, hard-fought match. Came back from a 2-0 to 3-2. 2 victories, 6 out of 6 points. Bisca Barca. Let's keep on going. I will be doing a post-match live analysis in a little bit. So stay tuned to the channel. Of course, later tonight, I'll be posting the news videos. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always,